Now, what
That is
would
part of
you
werewolf code.
now what would you do if you were a werewolf? Would you want to be locked up on the night
Uh,
of?
no,
Oh,
I
that's
think
a
just
tough
let the
one.
chips fall where they may. Here's what I would do.
That's kind of my feeling with the two. Be like, you know what? I don't want to be
Mhm.
locked up, so let's just see what
I'll
happens.
I'll drive up some mountain roads. Get onto some dirt switchbacks where eventually you're going over water bars.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of people out there. If there are, they're rangers. There's one or two of them. They have the ability to escape you. Worst case scenario, you scratch one of them up a little, and then they become your friendly rangerhood werewolf pal.
Their friendly ranger hood werepal. Sure. Sure.
And you both get to run around free, tearing apart deer and bears and whatever else you decide.
Yeah.
See, that sounds great. That sounds like a good time.
What? Just killing elk and stuff. It does sound like a good time. It's being a werewolf sounds like a great time.
Yeah, I mean, if Ted Nugent could, he'd be a werewolf.
Ted Nugent would definitely be a werewolf.
Absolutely, if he could. And we actually did an episode on how to become a werewolf ages ago.
We surely did.
How much of Ted Nugent's jambalaya was in it? Because I feel some of that's necessary now to become a werewolf.
Yeah. He's definitely got a recipe for werewolf salve. No, I got a couple of first-hand accounts for you guys. You know how we love the first-hand accounts here. Don't we love the first-hand accounts?
We love the first-hand accounts.
Yeah.
We're not a cult at all.
No, a cult would make the first-hand accounts.
Yes. So I managed to track down that 1936 sighting, that first one, because that was the one that most interested me. This is a timeline from fringeparanormal.wordpress.com by Shelley Gatto. Great work, Shelley. Thank you for your work. Mark Shackleman, 1936, claimed he saw a talking half-wolf, half-man creature east of Jefferson, Wisconsin, along Highway 18. He was driving down the road when he saw the beast digging in an old Indian mound. He described it as covered in hair, over 6 feet tall when standing upright, with a muzzled face and features of a canine and ape. He said the beast's hands were very strange, with a twisted thumb and only 3 fingers. Shackleman also described a stench that emanated from the beast, similar to decaying meat. He returned the following day to see if the creature was still there. It was, and this time it spoke in 3.
Had not moved in 24
Just
hours.
still staring in the same spot. Oh, I thought you'd come back from this spot.
I'm actually an NPC in this quest. So. I'll be here whenever.
Oh my God, did you guys see that guy? Oh, he left. Never mind. Oh my God, he's back. That guy's back. Carla, I told you I saw a guy. This is from the beast's point of view, obviously. Anyway, it was there. And this time it spoke a 3-syllable word that sounded like Gadara, with the second syllable emphasized. Gadara.
Gadara.
1964. Dennis Fulis had an encounter with the beast described by Shackleman. This is 30 years later, around about 28. Only this time in Harvard, Illinois, at around midnight, while driving home from his job at Admiral Television Corporation. I'm a television admiral, goddammit. Anyway.
How many people do you think go to Harvard, Illinois Community College and just throw that shit out there at every bar? I'm a graduate of Harvard. Maybe you've heard of it.
Oh, I thought you meant the werewolf story. You know, there used to be a fucking werewolf around here. Sully! Sully, tell him about the werewolf! 1964, Dennis Fulis had an encounter with the beast described by Shackleman, only this time in Harvard, Illinois, around midnight, blobber and blobbity blah. He was driving. He described it.
The werewolf?
As a dark brown in color and possibly weighing around 400 to 500 pounds, with a height of 7 or 8 feet. During the incident, the beast ran across the road and jumped the barbed wire. Jumped it, gapped it. Jumped the barbed wire fence before Fulis lost sight of it. A return to the location during the day presented little evidence. Hey, I'm still here. Presented little evidence except for the area where the beast pushed corn aside as it ducked into a field. In an interview with author Jay Rath, Fulis stated that I was awful scared that night. That was no man. It was all hairy from head to feet. 1972, a woman called police to report an attempted break-in. When interviewed by the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, during an investigation, the woman stated that the intruder was a large unknown animal. It approached her home and tried to enter through the door. She also later reported that the beast returned to her home and injured a farm animal, inflicting a deep wound that extended from one shoulder to the other. Her description matched that of the Beast of Bray Road. The only evidence left behind was a footprint, which measured over 12 inches in length.
Man, huge feet, good vertical. I'm starting to think this Teen Wolf thing holds up.
This seems to be a teenager who loves the game.
This is a Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf on the prowl. Oh my God, I was driving through the fog and he came out of the fog and he just fucking jammed all over me, man. Just jammed right on our shit. If you go out and you look at my car, there's jam marks all over it.
It's impossible to defend a man. There's just elbows everywhere.
I was trying. I tried to defend against him, man.
I'm trying to keep him in the box.
He's a Teen Wolf. Sure he was, sir. Anyway. 1989 to 1999. This is a very long one. I'm gonna drop the link for our patrons in the chat here. You guys can check out this great work over by Fringe Paranormal by Shelly Gatto. But there is one story that I wanted to share with you guys before we got going, because this is from last July. And there's a picture to go with it. And it's kind of weird. Okay, so here's that link to the historical sightings of the Beast of Bray Road in the chat there. But this is from myracinecounty.com. And it says, man says he saw Beast of Bray Road in Lyons. Oh, this is not a photo that he took, I don't think, but this is a crazy photo. This is a photo of the Beast of Bray Road that somebody has taken, which truly does seem to, I'm going to drop this in the chat too. By the way, if you're part of the Patreon, come hang out in the chat room. You can see all this shit as we talk about it. This is a crazy picture. It does look like a dog walking upright. It's scary. Anyway.
I'll be the judge of that.
Anyway.
Let my computer, oh, Jesus Christ.
Man says he saw Beast of Bray Road in Lyon. Lake Geneva resident claims he saw werewolf-like creature twice in 1 month. This is by Mike Ramchick from myracinecounty.com.
I mean, I'm going to share the screen real quick.
Sure. With coronavirus affecting thousands of people, afraid to leave the house, and racial tensions running high in the United States, stories about werewolves can provide quite the necessary distraction. This is from July of last year.
Look at that thing. It's like a large chow coming at you.
Seriously, friggin' Mike Ramchick doesn't buy it. Around here, the Beast of Bray Road is a famous legend, known for its location on Bray Road. There's been a movie about the mythical beast, blah, blah, blah. One of these locals is Lake Geneva resident Ron Rice. Every once in a while, Rice travels to the town of Lyons for folk work. For work, not folk work.
Well, you're in the town of Lyons. You're probably going to get you a fair share of folk work done.
I come down here from the mountains every once in a while to carve bears out of stumps. where he drops off fertilizer at a farm on Highway 36. So the opposite of folk work. I'm a shit deliverer. It's a Burlington address, and there's a circle gravel driveway where Rice loads up a truck with fertilizer. There are deep woods, according to Rice, about 150 feet away from the driveway. Back in May, Rice was on a routine drop-off in broad daylight, sitting in his truck. He looked into the distance, about 150 feet, he thinks, and a figure caught his eye. This thing was huge. It was over 7 feet tall, Rice said. It was brown and hairy with coarse hair. It walked out and picked something up. Then it turned its back toward me and went back into the woods. 2 weeks later, Rice said he saw the beast again. And again, it walked out of the woods and quickly returned. According to Wikipedia, the beast is a werewolf-like creature. And the creature's first reported in 1936. So this is all stuff. They did the same research that I did. But that is the most recent reported sighting of the Beast of Bray Road. So it's still freaking active out there. And I don't know about you guys I don't know. I can see it. Like when he described it as like that coarse hair, like walking out of the, I could see it, and it's scary.
Yeah, no, it's definitely creepy. And enough people have seen it that we have to assume that there is something going on.
People seeing this shit all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's very unnatural that anything like any dog creature would be walking on its hind legs next to the road.
It's supernatural.
Baby.
I don't know if you have to qualify the next to the road part. I think just any time.
You mean dogs aren't walking on their hind legs all the time?
Dogs don't be walking on their hinders.
It looks like, though, it's less than, like, it's only like 4 feet tall in this picture.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't look tall. Well, I don't know. Anyway, that ain't good radio.
No, this is for the YouTube. Fuck the radio.
Sure. Whoa.
Sorry, everyone listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, that does it for my segment I'm calling... what was it? The Wereworld. When
that's a good one.
Stop getting fake and start being real.
Yes. Well, I am steering us headlong into Dogman country.
Hell yeah, the Dogman. Dogman.
Yeah.
Dogman.
Some of the if you start looking into the Dogman, you're going to find the most famous ones come out of Michigan. Although I found a list from Timothy Renner. It's a large project of collecting firsthand accounts of dogman encounters, and it's the entirety of North America. There's not a single spot that's not covered with at least a couple dogman. There's 132 listed. The last one being in Pueblo, Colorado.
Wait, we got a dogman?
We got a dogman.
Pueblo does.
You've been asking, and we thought that you were ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready, Dad. I'll take care of it. I'll feed it children. I'll make sure that no crosses get next to it. I'll make sure that it doesn't eat silver.
Nice. What are you going to call it?
I'm going to call it Rothagar.
Nice.
Rothagar, the Pueblo Dogman. There's also a really fantastic, if you want to look it up, we might be able to drop it in. This guy, Scott Cook, he was a radio DJ who wrote a song about the Michigan Dogman.
Oh God, I think about it so often. It's ridiculous.
And that he started working with another guy by the name of Gable, who has Dogman footage.
What? Oh, I thought you were going to say he had Dogman feet.
And I will, if that works on your end, Roger, if you want to share the screen.
Yep. Right now, this is the reason why you should subscribe to our YouTube, because we're going to go a little bit more visual here. We got a video.
Visual.
So yes, this is, of course, the Gable footage of the Dogman of somewhere in Michigan.
All right.
Let me give it a like.
We're seeing kind of a field here. Looks like an early morning, kind of a gray day. I see what might be a tent or a rock. No.
It ain't no rock. It's a Dogman.
Oh, whoa. And it does kind of move like a dog, but it also moves like a man.
Yeah, it's so big.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's even a bear.
It moves like an ape.
This was, of course, a complete hoax.
It looks like a guy.
It's a damn good hoax. How was it hoaxed? What was that? A man in there?
Yeah, it looks like a guy.
Yeah, that's probably Gable that's in there running around.
And next, after sooner or later, we'll eventually watch this Cherokee one.
Wait, how did they
Cherokee
find
search
out?
for Bigfoot.
Well, he was working with the guy from the radio station, the DJ who wrote the Dogman song, and later it was years later, they were like, yeah, it was a goof for Halloween or whatever.
He got caught eating kibble.
But there are plenty of real Dogman encounters.
Sure.
And I want to give you one from Battle Creek.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is an article from the Battle Creek Inquirer.
Now, before you go on, can you just like move so we can see the Dogman behind you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of.
The Dogman is a truly scary like version of Bigfoot where like
yes.
Bigfoot is like who was that? He reminds me of Beast Store from He-Man. You remember Beast Store?
I do.
Battle Bigfoot.
So this is do you believe in the Dogman of Fort Custer? This is, of course, this relates to Linda Godfrey because the story got picked up in her book about dogmen. She has several. This is Nick Buckley writing. At the intersection of Dick Man and Clark Roads.
Listen,
sometimes the gems are free.
This is the old Midwest, but these are bad names for your streets, people.
She watched the mangy gray-furred creature walk past, lit by her headlights from roughly 15 feet away. As it reached some nearby weeds, she said, it suddenly stood up on its hind legs and peered back at the woman.
Oh.
This account was told to previously mentioned Linda Godfrey and recounted in several of her books, including The Michigan Dogman, Werewolves, and Other Unknown Canines Across the USA.
That's freaking spookish.
The Dogman, a mythical werewolf-like canine, has long captured the imaginations of Michiganders. Its existence has never been proven, of course.
Yeah, can we talk for a second about how people from Michigan are called Michiganders?
We can.
By choice, too. This isn't something we forced upon them.
They love it. They love it.
The entire state was founded on, what's the thing about the goose and the Michigander?
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
What's good for the goose is good for the Michigander.
Exactly.
I guess it would be a Michigoose.
As a piece of folklore, questions of its existence are part of the fabric of communities like Battle Creek. And October, when bedroom stories and campfire tales often dip into the strange, unexplained, paranormal, and macabre, seems a fitting time to revisit the legend. Godfrey.
Okay.
Yeah. Godfrey, a journalist and self-described investigator of strange creatures, was contacted in 2008 by the woman, a Fort Custer recreation area worker who asked to go by the alias Nellie.
Who?
Ooh.
What?
Nellie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the bitchy neighbor kid from
Sure.
Little House on the Prairie.
Sure. Ah, yes. All right.
My references are all 45 years old.
Sure.
Godfrey says many of the details provided by Nellie parallel other reported sightings of the Dogman in Michigan. People always tell me the same thing. When they see these things, it's as if people go through a file in their brain figuring out what this creature could be, and there's no answer, she said.
Yeah.
Seeing animals doing things outside of the purview of their characteristics, it's very unnerving. One of the common
Like that time I saw those dogs playing poker.
That didn't happen. That was a picture.
It happened. I saw it, and I painted that picture.
Yeah, and it was actually Pinochle in the original writings.
Not gonna. Oh well, that makes more sense. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, that's not scary. I get that. Dogs love Pinochle.
Love it. One of the common characteristics of the eyewitness accounts provided to Godfrey, she says, is the presence of a graveyard or military installation.
Oh.
So we're talking spectral dog people, perhaps, or weird military mutant dogmen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking this dogman's a vet. He's got some friends who are buried at the cemetery. He visits
Sure.
them every once in a while.
Brings them back, turns them into a Fiji dogman.
The Fiji
What?
dogman is my favorite werewolf creature.
Oh, I thought you meant like a veteran.
Oh, yeah. All right. I heard veterinarian. But
Like he goes to like visit his pals who were killed in Nam.
Yeah,
that makes a lot more sense.
And he like
Or
drinks
the
with them.
secret lycanthrope wars.
Sure. That's what I meant by Nam.
Yeah.
That's his nom.
Yeah, not that Nam.
Yeah, Kissinger was bombing Cambodia to stop the werewolves from coming over the borders.
Yeah. Dark times.
The area of the alleged Battle Creek sighting is both in Fort Custer Training Center, formerly Camp Custer, as well as a nearby Harmonious Cemetery, a burial ground for a former religious community that believed spirits of the dead could communicate with the living.
Ah.
So
Good.
A little of both.
Sure.
The shape of its body was like a young boy, Nellie told Godfrey. As it stood up straight at full posture and looked at me, I got scared and drove off. An animal doesn't have emotions, but this animal seemed like it had emotions. It had weird eyes.
Its emotion was weird.
That's scary. Although I've seen dogs like that before where you're like, oh, you have a soul.
I mean, until the Pope decrees it,
all dogs
I think go to heaven. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they must be ensouled.
No, I'm sorry. I speak to God last night. He say all dogs go to Minnesota.
Oh, what they do?
It's just a building there. That is where they go. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
That's where he has to keep them.
She went on to describe the creature as having ears like a German shepherd, and it had a boyish face.
God, what is this?
What is this like obsession with the boyish figure?
This is the dog boy.
Yeah, but also it doesn't have a dog's face. It has a man face. Well, I guess a boy face, which is way creepier.
That is creepy. That is very creepy.
It also appeared to be hungry, so this might have just been a child who hadn't been home in weeks.
Yeah, a hairy boy, one of those
One
hair
of them
boys.
latchkey kids I keep hearing about.
Yep. When Nellie drove off, she told Godfrey, she had the eerie feeling that the creature would jump on the roof of her car if it wanted to.
I might do it.
I'll do it.
It kept like faking her out, like it was like fake checking her. I'm kidding. You're fine. Are you? I'm kidding.
Godfrey added that the woman told her that years earlier, her mother and brother were chased by a large lizard that later peered at them through the windows of their trailer home.
Wait, now there's a lizard boy?
No, this was years earlier.
You guys are in
Okay,
there,
sorry.
I see you in
Lizard
there.
man, formerly a lizard boy.
Yes.
You don't think I like Monopoly? Let me in.
She goes on, so she may have been predisposed to believing she saw an unexplained creature.
Because of the unexplained creature she had previously seen.
Yeah. What a fool.
It's far from the only account of strange and unknown creatures being spotted in the Battle Creek area. In July of 2006, a man driving to his home in Hickory Corners, just north of Fort Custer, told Godfrey he spotted a 6 to 7 foot tall man animal.
Manimal.
Well,
Animal ma'am.
Manimal.
This might rope in Scientology because in the movie Battlefield Earth, they refer to humans as man animals.
Ah, interesting. Do you remember the TV show Manimal?
I do.
It's great. It's about a guy who could turn into an animal. He could turn into a few animals. He could turn into a snake or a panther or a third one. Spider?
Animorphs all in
spider.
one dude, huh? Like
Hawk.
when the one animorph killed the others and gained their power.
Right.
Exactly.
It was a hawk. He could be a hawk.
It was standing on its hind legs. As he approached, it squatted back down on all fours and dragged itself commando style into an adjacent cornfield.
Whoa, come on.
So cornfields also seem to be big, and I guess
Let's
it's
chill
just
in the
the
corn.
area. But
I mean, this is the same critter. I think we're talking about the same critter here.
it looked like a large man lying dead on the side of the road, except it had fur and abnormally lanky sloth-like arms. The man told Godfrey.
Ooh.
In November of 1980,
Ew.
gross arms.
Oh, weird arms.
In November of 1980, 16-year-old John Pelfrey said he was between the Kalamazoo River and West Michigan Avenue when he spotted what he believed to be 3 Sasquatch-like creatures. I was looking for deer, he told the Battle Creek Inquirer. First I heard and saw one as tall as me, about 5'8" or 5'9". Then I saw 2 bigger hairy ones that stood about 7 or 8 feet tall. When they saw me, they took off running. I went home and got a camera. I went back and looked all over, but could find nothing. They made no noise, just a grunting sound when they took off. It was
Nice.
3 Tim Allens.
Off into the... Yeah.
Pelfrey contacted the Michigan State Police and a report was made, but no trooper was sent to investigate. As for why there's no fossil record of dogman in Michigan or any concrete evidence of existence, Godfrey pointed to several theories. She said the bones could appear to be that of a large canine, or the creatures could be traveling between realms.
Time dog! Bing, bing,
I
bing,
am
bing,
all
bing.
for the multi-dimensional dogman and Bigfoot. Yes.
Yeah, time dog, of course. That's the answer. Time dog.
I mean, to be honest, at what point do you have so many fucking encounters? I mean, I guess gorillas is an example, but like so many encounters, no other evidence like bodies or like.
Hey man, you're preaching to the choir. I think it's very, very strange.
I'm going full time door though. They're just opening up a time door, walking through back to the dog dimension.
Yeah, dogman time slip.
Sure.
I don't pretend to know or tell people I know what it is, Godfrey said. We have never had somebody see one and catch it and put it in a safe place and study it that we know of. I can say it is a...
I got one. I said, hurry.
I can say it is a consistent...
A doggy time door, Adam P says in the chat.
Oh, yeah, the doggy time. That makes a lot of sense. I'm with that. I can say it is a consistent phenomenon occurring not only over the Western Hemisphere, but there are connections with werewolves in almost every culture.
Werewolves?
The werewolves!
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I mean, that is just one account of Michigan dogmen. I assume it's multiple dog persons.
Sure. Dogsmen.
I did want to point out, this was funny to me mostly. Timothy Renner, the guy who has the giant collated data sheet of dogman spot sightings. I didn't put it together until I started looking into it. I've been listening to this dude's albums for like almost 20 years.
Oh, whoa.
He makes this crazy, he lives at a farm in Pennsylvania and makes weird mystic banjo music.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I've bought jewelry from his wife, and he apparently he hunts a dog man.
He hunts the dog man. I
fantastic.
thought you were going to say...
Check out Stone Breath, check out Moth Mask.
I thought you were going to say he's Jeremy's terrified brother.
Well, he very well might be.
Sure.
I mean, the man's a PA wizard.
PA wizard.
Yeah. Pennsylvania. Or also PA.
Sure.
But yeah, that is one of the many dogman encounters. We will probably be able to cover a few more. There is a shit ton of them if you start diving into it. So, you know.
I mean, we're going to have to sooner or later. It's
FURbruary.
FURbruary, yep.
And I suppose
we're going to get a lot more furry listeners. Welcome, everyone.
Things are about to get a lot hairier. Welcome, furry listeners, because I'm sure you found this podcast.
Yeah, we should probably...
You'd be surprised.
We should probably get our furry listeners back on board.
I saw a thing recently that was like, we should be nicer to furries. And I agree.
I think we should be nice to everybody who is not actively being mean to you.
That's not true. What about Australians?
Oh, fair enough. That's not a nice. This is a nice, and then they just sock you in the jaw.
Now we're mates. Oh, I don't
get your friendship.
Oh, it hurts. Friendship hurts.
If that's it, I got some patron stuff to do.
Dude, lock us in with some patron stuff.
All right, it's time for the monthly shout out, howl out, maybe?
Howl out.
Howl out.
All right, get the howls a charging, Radar. Starting $5 a month. Thank you all very much as well. If you want to join on board, patreon.com/Werewolf Radar. We have Dylan Gutierrez, Ryan Flint, Tobias Livingston, Abby Claboo, Icararian Soldier, Alicia Coy, Hannah Taylor, Kyle Bertman, Gloria Gray, Jason Sweet, Adam Passion, the most well-prepared dead guy, the Twerk Serpent, Jake Speck, Adric Hinkle, Jason Sweet again, Jessica, Liam Dahl, and our Chancellor of Madness, Michael Przak.
Mine sounded like a dog falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
Hurry, hurry.
It was the old vaudevillian dogman gag.
Plus,
the old dogman bit.
plus, we had 2 giveaways this month.
Ooh, lovely.
On Twitch. We did a sub giveaway, and we're gonna give a nice, not expensive game, probably like $15-20 game to Adam Passion.
Yeah.
Right.
Adam P is the man.
So we need to become friends on the Steam. We'll
Did you
get
know
you that game.
Adam P is the moderator for my Twitch channel?
He's the moderator for the Werewolf Radar one too. He's king
Hell
moderator.
yeah. That Werewolf Radar merch that's been flown out is dope as fuck. Congratulations to Adam P on a free game.
And then Instagram merch giveaway actually to another patron, the most well-prepared dead guy.
Whoa! Clap, 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 clap.
Now even
course-
better prepared.
Everything here was just random number generated. I'm glad it went to some patrons. The Instagram one, we had some non-patrons who could have won. It scared me.
Bummer.
You heard it here first. Roger
Just know-
opposes the non-patrons.
I'm rooting for patrons. Pingos are fine. I love you all, but I root for the ones who support
Sure.
the causes we support.
True. I understand.
And then I think that's all I really have on the patron stuff.
I think that does it for this episode then, right?
Surely
I think
does.
so. We just did the first FURbruary.
Damn, the first FURbruary episode in the can. I'm gonna come back next week with a new understanding of what FURbruary is, and a strange new beast. Hopefully, I'm gonna delve deep.
Delve
Yeah,
deep,
it's,
man.
Anything with fur on it is fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
The
I'm gonna be
ghost of Robin
scouring the
Williams.
internet for
I wish I would watch the Ghost of
That
Robin
counts.
Williams in anything.
Ghost. If Robin Williams' ghost comes and contacts someone, that counts for FURbruary. He's
Absolutely.
definitely furry enough.
Yes, faux show. All right, well, that does it for this week's episode of Werewolf Radar. R.I.P. Robin Williams. Shout out to Chuck from Snappy Little Numbers for our intro and outro song. Shout out to our patrons. We love you, each and every one of you, especially those of you who hung out in the Patreon Zoom room today. Carrion Soldier, Kay Hammond, Adam P. The rest of y'all, get in here. We have fun. We look at silly pictures and we goof around in between recordings. But outside of that, I think that about does it, fellas. Until
I
next
agree.
time, as always, punch the sky!